It's coming, yeah. 43rd session of the Dark Eye. Yes, we're still in. And we won. Obviously, we're still here. And we are not sure exactly what was the orc tactics in getting back to this cavern, but we come up with a tactic of our own, which was to smoke them in the cavern. Well, we're not entirely 24 hours after that, just a couple hours. So far, they haven't got out from there, so we are assuming that they are prisoners there and they might not come back. But that's where we are right now. But the battle was won. Well, we survived our wounds, and we're ready for what's next. Now, what's next? We have a handful of ex-slaves in our hands. What will happen of them? That's what we'll try to figure out today.
Yeah. So currently you're probably lying in the former slave quarters with the rest of the wounded. And being taken care of, sleeping deeply. Occasionally, you're being awoken from cracking sounds that come from the direction of the mine entrance. And shortly, or rather when dawn already sets in, you are awoken one more time by a very loud cracking sound that basically takes up all the way, and then you just, when you look over to the hill, you can see that the front above the entrance just caves in, and the hill basically gets a bit flattened in the front, and much dust gets rushes into the air.
Okay. Well, what is the ex-slaves' reaction to that?
Well, obviously there comes a bit of chaos from that. But as they can't just leave you and the other wounded just there to run away or something, there will probably just be a phase of general nervousness until the dust has settled a bit.
Yeah.
Well, and then generally, because now there's light again, people will start to gather stuff, and will start basically something of some kind of a work day.
Well, I kind of I wake up and I, groan because I still feel like hell. How much do I heal up?
It's 1d6 plus 1.
1d6. Yeah, 1d6 plus a potential 1, and let's see what Maven can do for you.
Okay, it's either going to be 2 or 3.
Where are my dice? Who has stolen my dice? No, yeah, okay. It's not ideal, but it's not. Okay, no. That's not going to work. I'm rolling terrible. Okay.
Did you pick up your
Second one.
D&D dice instead of your...
Yeah.
I don't have any D&D dice, but now that you say it, maybe they want to play D&D. The first roll was 18, 19, and 20. Okay.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's 3 times the critical if you take a rapier in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
So, I'm afraid the bad roll was for Chris. The other one, I think that
well.
would have worked.
Let me try and get up under my constitution so I can... Is that how you get
Yeah.
a +1? And I got 2, so yeah, I got 3 points
Okay.
back. Yay!
Mhm. Yeah. No. Yeah, we have it. Okay. Treat wounds. Cleverness. Yeah, okay, that works. So you get an additional 2 health points.
Who? Chris?
No, you.
Oh! I get Mavon.
Yeah,
Made 2
Mavon.
points. Okay,
Yeah,
and I have to roll for my night of sleep.
Yep.
Roll the 6,
Exactly.
and I succeeded my constitution. So 6,
Yeah.
1 plus 2, 7, 9 points.
Yeah.
I'm currently at 23 vitality.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, I want to do it. No need for doctors in Aventuria.
Yeah, just sleep it off.
Well, probably I had a good night of sleep because I kind of the weight of the stress got away with that victory, but
Yeah.
you know it's a concern we don't. It's a concern that got away,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but not entirely because we still have problems in our hands, and I have some questions about stuff I saw in the combat, especially about those horsemen, horsemans that got away. That at some point I wanted to shoot one of them, but he was too far. But where are they going?
I don't know. I don't think it matters anymore. They're probably going to join some other clan.
Okay. Well.
Yeah. So as you get up, a couple of people will basically hand in their report, so to speak. So you do have a couple of orcish prisoners now. You were able to capture the ones that hid in the smithy. You also had some that you got on the first battlefield, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. We saved about 3 of them.
Yeah.
One of them's losing some fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then you have 2 more that are merely severely wounded. In the fighting. So quite a lot of them.
Yeah.
You have, all in all, wait, there's Borkai who's severely wounded.
Yeah.
You yourself, well, maybe Gruff not anymore.
But I still have a wound.
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels itchy in me. But
I was hit in the
Yeah.
chest with a hammer twice. I'm bound to be missing some ribs.
Yeah, you're definitely cracked there.
Yeah.
But for Gruff at least, there's no more wind through your chest.
yeah.
That hole has been closed by magic, so
Yeah.
that's probably the most important thing. Yeah, and obviously a large number of the slaves is also severely wounded and will need some taken care of.
Okay.
The orcs in your the orcs on your side, the ones that were formerly slaves as well, apparently have started to deconstruct, or are currently starting to deconstruct one of the yurts, and use a couple of oxens that were stabled on the far side of the camp to pull the stuff up here.
Okay. All right. Do we still have a forge, or was the forge in the cave?
Oh, forge. Okay. No, the forge is still okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I ask around. Is there anyone who can use it?
Well,
Maybe me. I have some knowledge in smithing. Not a big expert, but might.
okay.
If no one has any expertise in that, I might try myself in using the forge.
Well, there are a few people here who tried to do some basic smithing, or who maybe just took a hammer to a horseshoe or something. But no real smith is among the slaves.
Well, what do I look at Mayvon, Marvio? What do you want to do with the forge?
I was just seeing our options, really.
Okay. Well, if we need something while we're here, I might try myself on it. If I take my time, maybe I could do something with it.
Oh. Yeah.
I used to build my own nails back home.
Oh, well, yeah, that would probably be a lot of help for a carpenter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We weren't buying them, we were making them.
Yeah. Oh.
Good
I
morning.
guess if we. Oh, good morning. Who said that?
That's the Chieka, the woman that you had contact with in the field.
Yeah.
She'll come around with a bowl and some washcloths. I would like to check upon your wounds if you don't mind.
Oh, sure.
So, do you have any plans?
That's something we need to talk about, isn't it? I mean, I don't know what everyone wants to do, but
I suggest at least that we take care of the severely wounded before having a real plan.
this is true.
Everything else would hardly gain favor of the goddess.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Rain, maybe Perrain could assist us. That
She will smile at that. Rain may be a goddess, but she she tells us that our own hands' work is the most important thing of all. And
yeah.
only if we face odds that we can't hand on our own, will she help us. Otherwise, we would grow complacent.
Absolutely. I believe in that. I believe in hard work.
Oh.
When I originally came to this place, I followed a vision to, well, green pastures and a horrible orc, whom I found less horrible when I met him. And I saw a city being built, but there was no one to build it with. Maybe some of the people here will follow me if I want to find the way again, though it's more than 10 years. I don't even know if the goddess still wants me to go.
Want to stay that crazy place? There's a three-headed dragon a couple of miles over there.
And from what I saw, there's more strange things coming up if I follow the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
But at the end, there will be a valley of green pastures and a city that will stand the test of times.
Okay.
I don't ask you to believe me. I'm just saying you that if I find enough people that are willing to follow me, then that might be my way.
Well, I hope you
Are
find...
you sure you haven't found it? This is not a bad place. I mean, it's got a copper mine. We kill that thing in there, and you know it's all yours.
A copper mine with a demon.
A demon?
Well, I'm pointing Mavon. That's what he said is.
Yes. From what I saw, it's surely an entity from this from the seventh sphere. Well,
sure as shit ain't from here.
Then I think this place is maybe not the right place. Also, even though I'm sure of the protection of the goddess where we built the city, I'm not sure this. We can be sure that no orcs will come here.
Well, do you need a little help with the? Do you need a little help with the area? Because we've been around all the way from Thorwall up here, and
yeah, we've mapped. You know, we have a map of some portions of it.
Did we actually have a cartographer with us?
Detroit.
Detroit. No,
Yeah.
not Detroit. Yeah, Detroit. Right.
Right.
I'm confused him with Halmar for a moment.
Well, Detroit's been making a map.
I will have a look then. Thank you.
Oh, anything I can do to help? There are some ruins around here. One of them looks fine at first, but we kind of got some run-in with some very strange spiders.
Yeah.
Spiders.
Yeah.
Where was that?
So my village a little south from here.
Yeah.
About
South.
2 or 3 days of walk from here.
Yeah. Mavon's actually got a book from that area, or and we kind of I promised the main spider, don't ask, it's a long story, but I promised him that we would get someone down here to reverse their condition. He was telling me about
Reverse the condition.
saying something about them having been human at one point, or it's strange. The spiders speak with images in your mind.
Yeah. They're not very friendly.
That sounds like you have a healing work of healing to do on your own.
Yeah.
I know. They have the spiders. Nevertheless,
So sounds like I ate some bad herbs in the forest.
when we are too weak to help ourselves, then we need the help of our fellows.
Right. True. I mean, they were pretty ruthless creatures, but at the end of the day, they were just suffering like most people here.
wow. Okay.
I will have a look at this map then, and I will tell you. Maybe if I can find something on it.
Uh-huh. Well, if you need to, we are going east. If you're going that way too, if you don't find anything on the map. So best to travel with company, as long as you can, anyway.
I think so.
Yeah.
And I would be glad for your company, but I think my way will rather lead north.
Well, we're mostly about north too, if I remember correctly.
Northeast.
Yeah.
General direction. But hey, you're on your own mission, as we are. So the offer stands, but
We'll find a way to accompany one another for as long as we can, I'm sure.
I nod.
Yeah. So she will go over to Detrart and talk a bit with him.
Okay.
And you will be brought food by a male slave. Looks a bit older. Has a beard that apparently has just trimmed the sides away, so that just the middle still stands. Hello,
Oh.
I'm Sumathan.
Well, hello, Sumathan. I'm Marvio Caravita, and I reach out my hand.
He will shake it.
Yeah.
It seems maybe a bit underfed, but still strong. And he will hold you a bowl, not bowel, a bowl a bowl of some wheat paste between you two.
Thank you.
I wanted to express my thanks for helping us.
Oh, well, no problem. We couldn't really stand to see it, you know.
We wanted to inquire where you want to go.
Uh, well, ultimately we're moving east, but we're not going to leave until we know that wherever you guys are going, you have at least some sort of escort, or are safe.
Yeah, we didn't free you to get you into trouble again.
Yeah.
Oh, and most of my people, we come from the Sveld.
Come from the south.
The Sveld. It's behind the mountains, east from here.
Oh, maybe
Yeah.
you know your way around.
Well, they took us when they raided our village to many different camps of them. We don't really know where we are.
Okay, but if I understand correctly, we might stumble on other orc camps if we go that way, east.
Some of them said that they had built a tent city, a large one.
Okay.
And that this was east from here. But if Boron thinks to test us our way, if he stands that between us and our home, then we will brave it.
I know. I'm just like, well, Detrot's been making a map, so we do have a very good idea where we're at. He could probably fill you in on more details, but we're closing in on the mouth of the river. What's the name of the river we're traveling up?
The Bodir.
On the mouth of the Bodir.
This is the Bodir. I heard of the Bodir Orkland. It's a drink made up by Boron to test to blind the man.
I don't. I'm gonna roll knowledge religion.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I heard of Boron. He's one of the 12.
I didn't make them. I didn't make it. I mean, I know who Boron is.
Yeah, you both know who Boron is. You have not heard of Bodir Orkland, but Gruff, did you make it?
Boron. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. What he does? What is his specialty?
For you, he's the god of death and sleep.
Oh.
That's me telling you, not Sumathan.
Yeah, well, that's what I've read at first sight, but.
Yeah.
For me, I got both of my cleverness really good, but my intuition's lacking in this. So.
Okay, so then you probably, I would interpret it the way that you have maybe heard of this drink, but you never had experience with it. And it's one of those things where people tell you you have nothing tasted until you have tasted that. And that it grows hairs on your chest like nothing.
Yeah. Apparently it's supposed to be a good strong drink, but I don't know much about it beyond that.
Is there alcohol in it?
Yes, there's spirits in it.
Might be good.
He will have a slightly harsh look on him.
Gruff is well gruff.
And the strongest man weak. And it's part of what Orkland made to make us suffer in this world.
Okay. Okay. So then it's not a good drink.
Well, it all depends on where you want to go to from here, though. Would you want to go back to the Svelte, or would you want to go? I mean, Thorwall is just it's a long way down the river, but we're about as close there as we are to the east. Or, well, yeah, the country, not the city. Fexcare is the closest city from here.
Aren't they heathens? I heard they worship whales.
Yeah.
Rather than gods.
Yeah, Swafsnir.
One of their gods is represented as a whale. It's connected with the seven.
Rough?
Yeah.
Not represented. He definitely is a whale.
Oh no, I know. You know, lots of sailors, and we were blessed by one of the whales when we saved it. That was quite an adventure. He splashed us with water coming from his hole on, you know. That was a sign.
Maybe it is for you, but our people follow different gods. We follow Boron. We follow Prius, and we suffer the attention of Boron.
Okay. But
well, the seven is worshipped there too.
12.
The 12. The 12. We've been watching Game of Thrones. Sorry. Another knowledge religion roll that I failed. Well, I don't really know how to put. I really don't know the relation to Swafnir to the 12 is.
Maybe I know.
Yeah, you can check.
Do I have a bonus since no?
Yeah. I would say maybe it's could be +3.
Okay, yeah, even with +3, no, yeah, I failed my first cleverness, so. Well,
you know there is some there was a time when some southern priests came and wanted to tell you who your god really was, but your people never gave much about that. So.
Oh, I'm not sure. You know, my mother told me that maybe he was some kind of a demigods, but even demigods, there's the word God in it, so it's enough for us.
I'm from Horasia, so.
But nevertheless, Swafnir made some signs for us, the whale, and we have a gift from him. So, but in Thorwall, the 12s are. I saw that there were, the 12s were worshipped at some point, if I remember correctly. So, if you have to go there, well, Prius for sure might have a small temple somewhere.
Actually, doesn't Prius have a pretty big temple in Thorwall?
No, you were in the Prius temple, and that was. Or in a Prius temple, where you found the possessed guy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I remember.
All right.
And that's where they burned the Prius priests alive when they rebelled.
Okay, but I don't really know that. I have to acknowledge.
I think Maven told you after he put some research into it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, well. With an afterthought, maybe it's maybe Prius need some kind of a new blood to. Okay, never mind.
I know that there is temples to the 12 in Thorwall. I mean, I played Realms of Arcadia
Yeah,
Well,
yes,
it's not in the future.
there definitely are temples to others of the 12, but there's no
Yeah.
Prior's temple.
Okay,
Yeah.
there was. Well, okay. Well,
I
okay.
think there's a
I
Landra temple in Thorwall.
after thinking about that geography, I'm quite embarrassed thinking about the flaming guy that I've pushed in the stairs of
Mm,
that place. I continue to eat in silence.
mhm. Yeah, Sumathan will
Uh,
have, as you explained all this, he will have been strangely silent and have had some kind of a judging look, and then after you've finished talking, he will just nod and get up and leave you two.
I guess I look at just like Mario. I say I guess we should avoid the talking about gods here because I guess all of the slaves worship different gods and we'll get into trouble.
I just I slap Gruff on the back and say, you know, you're actually doing a little bit better nowadays with people.
I'm trying and trying, you know. I feel that even since I got out of my forest, I have a little difficulty with getting social.
uh, so I go around and I start, you know, just talking to people, telling them that we need to get them all together to, you know, figure something out.
Hmm. Yeah, most people will actually have come closer to the mine entrance, and by now even more will have started to deconstruct the former orc camp, to bring it up further up the hill.
Yeah.
As you walk around, you will also come across Halmar, who is well, there are a couple of slaves in his company who are also working on the camp. When he sees you, he will come over. Ah, our great leader.
Ah, yeah. Well, I don't know. Some of that had to have been luck. We came out way better than we should have, which is a good thing. I thank all the 12
Well,
for that.
well, maybe the gods were with us.
Yeah.
I even found a couple of my fellow countrymen among the slaves.
Yeah.
We'll point to the group of 4 guys that's currently deconstructing a former canal. They want to go to Thorwall now, but they said because you rescued their lives, they will more or less follow you wherever you want to. At
Well,
least for now.
yeah. I'd be glad to have more people along, but we are going to the Spelt, and you know we're also, you know, this is also going to be a pretty dangerous journey. I'm sure they figure they can do anything, but
No, they rather figure you can do anything.
well, I was hurt pretty bad. I'm not
And still
invincible.
standing.
Yeah. Uh, I laugh at that, and then I groan because of the pain in my chest. uh, yeah, still standing. Uh, well, so who are these men? I mean, are they What
Oh,
do they do?
they are from Oldport. They wanted to try to find the lowest place or the deepest place of the Bodier with a small ship uh,
Oh,
a couple of years back, but they run aground and then they had to find a way around. And eventually, most of them were, from what I heard, massacred, and the rest was taken into slavery.
fellow explorers. Sorry for
Well,
the losses.
they were more after loot. They
Well,
they
fellow
they had heard that there
explorers.
was a large orc encampment somewhere along the river, and from what I heard, it was probably someone setting them up.
uh, well, yeah, yeah. Well, they would. Um, so, do you know? Have you talked to them about what they can do too? I mean, if we haven't long, it'd be good to know.
Well, they're fishermen and pirates.
Mm.
Um, but I think they also know a bit how to use an axe and a hammer to repair some stuff.
Yeah. Well, I said I'd be happy to have them along. I just, we just need to figure out what everyone else is doing. We might actually need strong men to transport people back to safety, because I don't know how
Oh,
many people are going to go to this belt.
yeah, we also have here four strong oxen here. Um, they kept them near the main tent. Don't exactly know what for.
Yeah.
But
Do we have any cards here?
They do have something that probably can be put together. I think there's some wheels lying around here and so on. So I think they do have something like that.
Oh, that's good.
But we will have to figure out how to build it. Maybe we'll ask some slaves, really nice. Yeah, not slaves.
Yeah.
Some of the prisoners.
Yeah. Or, well, I mean, we've already disarmed the prisoners. Hopefully, we've taken their armor too. I mean, it's mostly
Yeah.
right?
We have stripped basically everything from them.
Okay.
A couple of the slaves wanted to shear away their fur, but I thought someone might get bitten. So
That would be funny looking an orc without fur.
I'm wondering what kind of color their hide is.
Uh,
You see basically nothing of it.
yeah. Uh, what are the attitudes of our prisoners at the moment?
Oh, they fear death like nothing because they are cowards in the eyes of the gods. At least that's what Borkai told me.
Yeah. Well,
They expect slavery.
well, that they're not going to get that. Um, you can tell them to go out and redeem themselves after we're done making sure they can't hurt us. I really don't care what happens to them now.
You want to set them loose?
Well, we could. I don't know. We could use them as bait when we try and take out that demon down there. We can I have a feeling that that thing that we found in the forest is actually that's what it's for.
You want to go down there and want to use them as sacrifices?
Not sacrifices, bait.
Well, it sounds like it when you say it.
That thing that
And I'm just raising the point. I'm not saying that you actually want to do it, but I'm sure there will people who will see it that way.
True.
And
I was.
you see, we had a good stroke of luck with the success, and if they think that you want to put something in front of a demon to get eaten, then they might come into questioning our luck.
Helmar, I wasn't being entirely serious.
Yeah, but I am. just to make sure.
Yeah, we're not going to use them as bait.
That's not a song I want to sing.
I was just joking. But yeah, I really have no use for them. They probably won't. They probably, they expect slavery. I can't enslave them. I don't do that. I don't know what I would do with them. For them to be used to me, I'd have to give them back their weapons and armor, and then, what would they do then?
Yeah, but if they are free and have some kind of sharp implement or something, then
well, if they come at us with a sharpened stick, I'm sure we can handle that.
As you say.
But we do need some questioning. We do need to question them about the area. If this is the only encampment like this, if this was just a one-place operation, I'd like to know a little bit more about what exactly was going on here, first and foremost.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. And from the sounds I heard you make with Borkai, you can probably talk with them.
Yeah. I happen to think Olark is a very beautiful language, and I grin. I'm joking, of course.
It sounds like dogs barking. So then at least I know what you find beautiful then.
I say something kind of I make like the most vulgar phrase I can in Olark jokingly.
Sounds lovely, old chap.
Yes, it does. Well, let's get them ready then. I am going to question them pretty soon too. And can I have one of their swords? Mine is not in very good condition.
We brought all the weapons that we could find to the smithy up there.
Yeah.
There should be a pile.
Yeah. That damned gray-haired orc struck my blade 3 times with that big hammer.
Oh. Yeah, it looks pretty cracked.
Yeah, I don't think this old lady's got much life in her.
Well, but it's always good for a story.
True. Didn't say I was getting rid of it. Just said I needed a new one. Actually, in that case, why don't you keep it?
Thank you very much. I will handle it with utmost care, and will honor it in times to come.
You never know, it might save your life before shattering at this point.
Might not, but that's a story for another day.
True, true.
I will let someone single out 2 or 3 of the orcs that might be a bit more in a talkative mood.
Mm. Well, what are we gonna do with you? I say that to them in Olark.
Oh, okay. So you went straight to okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they will basically bring some of them to next to the smithy, where there's also a pole in the ground with some shackles that they will put on him. So this so you have him in front of you, and at that he will just glare a bit at you with slumped shoulders, and then sit down as far as the chain around his neck will allow.
So, is this what was this place exactly? I mean, I know it was a copper mine of sorts, but what else is going on here? Or tell me everything you know about this.
You speak words of shamans. He apparently can't really speak his own language very good.
Okay. Well, I ask around for anyone that's a little more eloquent than this guy. I just kind of pat him on the head.
Okay.
Like, so what about you, to the guy next to him? Do you know what exactly is going on?
A soldier never reveals the plans of his masters.
Well, at least one of them's dead now. Probably both.
He was our captain, not our master.
Oh, so there's more people in this little plot. You've already
there are so many that, and we will sweep across your lands and take your goods and everything you own, and the land of yours will be ours.
Wow. Must have quite a fighting force to do that. To be honest, there's a lot more of our lands than you probably realize. That's a lot of people you have to chew through. A lot of you could probably house every orc in the Orkland and Thorwall alone.
And most of you are cowards, like I am now.
Well, I mean, there's most of us may very well be cowards. I'll leave that up to whatever battle you guys are planning, but even if most of us are cowards, we still outnumber you. The brave ones still outnumber all of you. And
from what I hear, we outnumbered you, and yet you won. So what makes you think that numbers alone will win this fight?
Well, that's a good point. Bosporon also fell, and it was a fairly large nation. I would know that, right?
Yeah. You will know everything about the legend of the fall of Bosporan.
Yeah, and
And the shame of it.
well, you remember, I'm not your everyday Horasian.
Yeah, but that's the way it's told there. So.
Okay, yeah. I'm sure there's been great empires from the beginning of time that have been taken out by small well, not small groups, but smaller armies. But at the same time, they were talking about trained fighting men that work as a group. Most of the orcs I've seen in the Orkland, they don't have the discipline to, or the. They always seem to fight like they're the star of the show. And what little I know of tactics, you can't have that. You can't have egos in a line.
And that's what we will change.
Oh. Well, that's fine and dandy and all that, but right now, we can just leave you out here in the middle of the Orkland without armor, maybe even tied up still, and let you succumb to the elements, or you can tell us what we want to know. And do I have to roll anything for that?
I'm just looking at what might be appropriate. Mario talents. Oops.
Well,
Right.
my social stuff is really good.
Damn it! I think I just deleted that thing.
Well, let's see. I got Fast Talk 10, Human Nature 9, Seduce 7. Yeah, I'm gonna seduce him.
Yeah, no.
3, 7, Etiquette 6.
Okay, yeah. I think the best way would probably be a fast talk. But we'll say there's an increased difficulty of 3.
Okay. All right, 16, 15, and 4, and I have 9, 8, 7, 6, the difficulty of 3. Let's see. First 2 is courage, intuition, and charisma. Courage is 11. No, I didn't make it.
Okay. And then we will break free of our bonds. And then we can prove that we're not cowards. And brave ourselves against the wrath of Brotherrock. And follow you wherever you go.
Well, okay. If that's the way you want to do it, then may next time be as fun as this time was. In any case,
if you're intent on that, I heard it's proper to introduce oneself. I'm Gruzak.
I'm Groot. Well, hello, Gruzak. I'm Marbio Caravita. From the great nation of Horasia. I know you haven't heard of it before, or maybe you have.
Oh, I have heard of it.
Yeah, we're a bunch of pompous asses, aren't we? And I laugh at that, and then...
Well, that's what the other humans said.
It's all true. I have to admit. Well, so What was his name again?
Gruzak.
Ah, so Vrujak. How long have you been? How long have you been in this group? If that's an innocuous enough question for your masters.
I served for a number of years in the Legion of Udenberg. You can do a geography check.
Okay. Oh, 9, 7, and a 2. I made that.
Yeah. Then maybe you know of that because you thought that could be a good place to go to escape your debtors.
Yeah.
Because the Legion of Udenberg, that's basically the foreign legion. They take everyone.
I had
They
ideas.
are north of Weiden, which is the northernmost province of the Middle Realm.
Huh. I actually thought of joining them at one point.
Well, maybe I shouldn't love you as you did this.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
But it's hard to think of someone who walks like an old woman in the Legion.
Well, I just shrug. That's the way it is. I mean, sometimes the oddest people can turn out to be some of the most dangerous. Knew a guy back home who came up only to my chest. She never lost a fight with anyone.
I knew a goblin like that.
Very
Until he met the Hound.
well. Yeah, there's always going to be one person that's going to be better than you. That's
Or
what happens.
something.
True. It's like I wouldn't really want to go up against that dragon that's east of or west of here. The three-headed one. I'm sure you probably know of it. You've been here a lot longer than I have.
We've seen it in the skies.
Yeah.
But we know that as long as we stay away from them, they will stay away from us.
Yep, that's true.
And they have those that worship them.
Yeah. And then I speak kind of quietly. This guy next to you, he barely speaks his own language. Is he not from the Orklands originally?
Oh, he is. But he became a Kurkach, not because of his mind and the way he hunts, but because of the way he hits when he hunts.
True. Doesn't exactly take a lot of intelligence, does it? And I laugh at that. Well, under different circumstances, I would have probably enjoyed your company, but I do appreciate meeting you. And well, if you're going to follow us with whatever sharpened sticks or rocks you can find in here, then I'll see you then. So,
That shall be a good day then.
and I nod at him. And I move on to the other one. I ask him many of the same questions. Is he going to reveal anything?
You can do another fast talk.
8, and 17. Is it still at a 3?
It's still a +3 for other reasons, but still, difficulty is increased.
Oh, well, then I'd still make it.
Okay. Yeah, you will be able to kind of talk him into answering something before he even knows that he did.
Oh.
But yeah, from what you hear, there are a number of camps like this. Not many, maybe 4 or 5 in the general region, and then there is the big city, Katsara, where the army is based. And that's where the sun comes up.
Well, all right. Were the directions any better than that?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm pretty much done interrogating them. I'm going to keep them chained up while, we're all still here.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm actually here thinking about this. But I'll let Gruff have some time because I've been hogging the session.
Oh, that's okay. I was interested what was going on. But Gruff, let's make things practical. As soon as I'm ready to go out, I begin to try to see what was in that camp, what kind of tools they have or supplies, and maybe try to think about sorting them out, and I will talk to some ex-slaves about it, just trying to see what do we have, what if we have to go, what can we bring, I'm already thinking about going away.
Yeah, obviously. Well, you have some woodworking tools that are with the yurts, which are basically used to deconstruct and reconstruct that and repair it.
Okay.
You do have some basic stuff for horseshoes and to mend some minor damage to bladed weapons, or generally to metal in this forge. But it's still pretty basic stuff there. From what you hear from the slaves, they had a bigger, slightly bigger cache of materials like wood and oil and tools, but they were inside of the mine in one of the larger caverns.
Okay.
So that's you probably can't reach that anymore at the moment, or if it's not all burned up anyway. You do have some mining equipment that you brought out with the slaves that you got directly from the mine. So you're not without stoneworking tools completely either.
Yeah.
And as was mentioned before, with the with the yurts. There is actually stuff there to convert part of the yurts. That's, you can probably see that without a problem. To make some planks that into which you can just plug into and make how do you say, make fast? No. To make something fit and hold.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, so that you can plug in the wheels, and then put an ox in front to tow it.
Okay.
I think you were meaning fasten.
Oh, fasten. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at all that, making, trying to remember all of it, and
and of course you already also have a good amount of tools to work in the field.
Okay. Yeah.
Those were kept outside, but they are mostly wood, and some of them are already partially rotten and should be replaced at some point.
Okay.
Apparently, they didn't give much fuss about that.
Okay. All the while, I try to fill my quiver if I can find enough arrows to fill it.
Yeah, you will find enough so that you can fill it up to 20.
Okay.
And these will be actually pretty well made.
Okay, I'm quite happy with it. Okay, well, I look at them. It's I see that they might be quite violent for just hunting, but they will do. These are meant to kill people.
Exactly. The blade, not the blade. The tip is pretty wide, not just a small piece of metal as for hunting.
But okay, I try to do that, but I'm quite my concentration is not very good since I stumble upon many hours from a battle, and I've never been on a battlefield before the day yesterday, so I feel some desolations looking at that, and yeah.
You also no one so far has taken care of the bodies of the dead orcs.
Yeah.
Apparently they buried the dead slaves, but the orcs are still lying around, partially in heaps.
I'll actually ask the orcs that were that are a prisoner what they would prefer we do with the dead bodies.
That Tairach Shamandu.
Oh. Okay, well.
We caved the last one we knew.
We don't know.
Well, okay. I guess we'll just bury them like the others. That's fine with you guys, right?
We don't do.
I just nod, pat him on the head again.
Yeah. As I'm walking around, if I come upon someone I know, I will have a kind of a small talk with him or her, depending.
Okay. Who do you want to talk to in particular?
Well, ask her. She's interesting.
Okay. Yeah. You will actually find that Asgard is also with the yurts, and she seems to be trying to get the slaves that are with her to be faster than the ones that Halmar has gotten himself, with deconstructing some stuff here and bringing it up. Okay. No. Get faster. Here, look like this.
I'm looking at what she's saying, and is she right in the way she wants
No,
them to
not
do?
really. She's really just tearing at the stuff. And
Okay,
she's not even really looking at what she's doing there. She's more looking over glaringly at Helma.
okay. Since that's the kind of stuff that might ground me a little more, I approach and I say, I may be of some help here.
What? Yeah. Hi.
Yeah, well,
If
I
I
don't.
am, if you help me get this stuff up there faster than him, then the first premium fire will be on me.
Oh, yeah, well, that's quite an invitation, lady. I look at Alma. So, well, he might. Okay, no, I'll try to concentrate on what I have to do, and
Yeah.
and okay, yeah, well, I might have an ID, and well, okay, me as a player, I don't have an ID, but I guess Gruff might have one, so I have to roll something, I guess, or you just come up with something.
I think you have enough carpentry to understand what you're doing here, at
Yeah, yeah,
least in relation to everyone else who's doing stuff here. So,
yeah.
as you, there will be a point where you probably kneel and do some stuff,
Yeah,
and
well, it hurts.
suddenly you will feel a hand on the part where the blade came out.
I'm looking back. Who's doing
Yeah,
that?
it's as good.
It hurts.
Is that what did it feel like?
It's hard to explain, you know. Never felt something like that. No, I thought I would die yesterday.
I would probably have thought the same.
We've never been stabbed. Well, that's good for you, but never been in battle. Let's get more general.
Well, I always only got to train.
Oh yeah.
I
So
thought
it was your.
it would get the fury out of me.
Okay, so it was your first real battle, if we're talking
Well,
about it.
I try to keep out of it really. You see, if it was always like this when someone hit me at just a slab or something, then it just I just keep lashing out.
I mean, you were
So
beaten just like that.
what?
I just yeah, I just got.
Well, as a kid,
Oh,
well, before that, before we knew that Swafnir had apparently turned his gaze on me. Well, when I quarreled with the other kids, and at one point I almost ripped the ears of one of the neighbor boys, and they had to drag me off him, and I then attacked my parents. My father still, I think, has the scar at the knee.
okay.
And
Well,
that's when they brought me to the stream where the white man lived. And he put that goddamn band on my head.
okay. Well, that's
But
quite a
that's really not what I wanted to talk about.
no, but that's quite a sad story. You know, when I was a kid, my mother used to beat me sometime, but I think it was deserved. But they but not like that. I'm sorry, Asgard, that you have to go through that. And you know, personally, I have nothing against what's near thy prims from time to time. But if it's something that is not that wasn't welcome to you, I can understand that. You don't
Well,
have to be forced upon a god, in my opinion.
well, we don't choose to become this. It's just the way we are.
Well, you know
And
what? This adventures we're doing right now, I guess we if we got out of it alive, we'll all have a chance to renew ourselves elsewhere if we have to.
yeah, I heard that this farmer girl or woman wants to build some village or something in somewhere here. Maybe I will try to do that. The least people around me, the better.
Hmm. Well, I understand that, but you know, I have been in the forest for 10 years, but that was not a coincidence. I had to go there. I had some problems, and I had to think about it, and being in the forest alone and trying to survive by yourself, you don't have the choice to know yourself a little bit more, and you might be a good thing, because the nature doesn't judge you. It's just there.
Yeah, but from what I could tell while we traveled, nature is angry at me and I at it.
Oh, I don't think so. Maybe you just need someone to show it right to you and just take the time to get into it. But I think it's not the place right now. But no,
God
we,
damn it, he's almost finished. Hurry, hurry.
yeah. Okay, and I get up and I will try to get with them to get the pace to help them and
Yeah.
do what they have to, and it make me a little out of it ease my mind a little more. I'm don't I'm not thinking at what have happened yesterday while I'm doing that.
Mm. Yeah, actually, this kind of a race that evolves from that, um, because it is almost at equal time you will finish, and then dragging it up there will become kind of a race, and uh, it's almost evening, and the slaves start to gather around.
Okay.
Oh, I can hear myself.
Oh
Okay,
yes,
now
because
it's
I have to plug my computer. We can continue. I'm still here.
um, yeah, and some of the slaves will also gather at the side of the track that you use to get up,
Okay.
and then at the end it's almost like they're cheering for their respective team.
Okay. So it's a more positive working for them than what they were used to.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel happy about it. Yeah. Yeah, I congratulate them for that. Well, yeah, that was kind of good work. Yeah, you work well.
Yeah, it will be all pretty worked out in afterwards, and probably slump down next to a fire.
Yeah, well, I guess I can't work very long. You know, there's lots of
Yeah.
my pain is itching me right
Yeah, it's
now.
still a bit stingy at times when you move in a certain way.
Yeah.
Like there's some maybe the fear comes up that maybe part of the blade stayed in you or something.
Well, I have the feel. I feel like if it was still there, you know. But
Yeah,
so
the phantom blade, so to speak.
yeah. But it's yeah, yeah. For me, it's quite a strange feeling, and but I guess I will fall asleep fast. But around the fire, who's there?
Well, there's a number of people here. It's mostly mixed up now. Um, but probably Kitiki will huddle next to the fire,
Yeah.
as close as she can. Almost makes you want to shove her away a bit so that she doesn't burn herself.
Okay.
Um, Also, Bokai is laying here, um, still breathing a bit heavily.
Hmm. Okay, but with all the people who wants to talk before I get to sleep, I kind of share my thoughts on what I want to do at some point, and I talk about the mission we were on,
Yeah,
saying that we were making a map of the region and taking notes. That's what we were supposed to do,
yeah,
and we will probably get to the east. And you know, I talked to that with them, and you know, try to see if some of them will follow or not. Or
hmm
so.
yeah. Um, I will make this a bit short.
Yeah.
Um, what? So at least after the first day, the picture you will get is that the Thorvalians um, really would like to go directly west to get back home, but they will probably follow where you go. Um, the the Svaltians, who make up the largest group of slaves in total, um, they want to go want to go directly east from here, because that's the most direct route to the Sveld. But from what you hear, it also will lead them directly into the direction of this alleged Orc city.
Oh, yeah. I feel that it's not a good idea to go there. If there are more orcs, angry orcs, we might not survive this one.
Boron has tested us in the past, and he will do so again. But in priors we will prevail.
Hmm.
I'm sure of it. And if not, then we will be released of this world.
Okay. Okay. Well, see, and I recall some of the tales of what we've met so far: the three-headed dragons, the spiders, the yeah, and
Yeah,
the
we'll actually acquire some audience when you start to do that.
you know the dragon. It was quite strange because we wanted to hide from this beast, but we had to hide at some point because it was approaching, and it was looking at Asgard and Alma, and no, no, I tried to divert the dragon by shooting an arrow, but he kind of talked to me in my head, and I saw a king or something like that, and yeah, it was quite strange, but he kind of not attacking us because Maelon kind of talked to him with great respect, and I guess the dragon dig that. It was just before we were kind of attacked by some fjord animals that were throwing fruits at us.
Well, I think the dragon really wanted uh, nothing more than that we respect his territory. And maybe what he showed you was the depiction of him in our minds. Maybe.
Maybe, but I was too afraid to think about that.
But then again, maybe he thought of someone he knew in the past. From what I hear, dragons can be quite long-lived.
Yes, I heard of that. My mother told me about that. And I got to sleep.
Yeah, and just to finish the what you notice there's a small part, maybe 10 people by now, that are willing to follow Chieka, the priestess.
Okay.
And it seems like the orcs are following, will be following her as well, the free ones.
Okay. Well, okay.
Well, so what are we going to do about these camps in this city that's coming up? That's it seems to be coming up in the world. The orcs were talking about a quite a large operation. They want to invade all of the other realms. Hopefully not at the same time if they know what's good for them, but they...
Well, I'd say that trying to get around it would be good to have someone who come from these regions and may have some memories on what is where, and just if it takes just a little longer, I don't mind, but we have to get around it. We can't handle another battle like that.
Well, not in our current state, especially since we don't have the element of surprise.
Well, we were lucky here. We were able to prepare ourselves and kind of see. You know, we had time to prepare, but the big orc city, we'd finish slaves there.
True. But here's another problem. We're going to be here a long time, or well, at least another couple months, whether we like it or not. Even if we turn around back and go back, we're still going to be here. They've already got. They probably already have. The fleeing orcs probably have already gone back and told them who we are and where we are. So one thing we need to do is we need to move soon. And I don't necessarily know if anybody is in the right shape to start on the journey. So we need to find another area to rest and, to rest up and continue.
I totally agree with that.
And another thing, is anyone comfortable leaving this go? The camps and stuff. Is anybody comfortable leaving this large operation go? Seems to be a bit of a. It could be a problem for a lot more people than the captured slaves in the area. And I have nothing against the orcs creating their own civilization here, but I do have something against them invading our lands, even if they only get as far as the top part of the middle realm.
Well, we have a problem with that, but we will have to warn some generals when we arrive somewhere to get to handle that.
Oh, yeah, we could do that, but I look around and it's like, and then I look for that priestess, yeah, in the crowd.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
Cheka will be going around and will be checking people's wounds.
Mm. And I ask her, did you hear what I was talking about over there about the city and the camps around? This could be.
I have heard some rumors when I walked through, among the fires.
Yeah. The other orcs are saying that there's a pretty large operation. Eventually, they want to invade the other lands. I personally don't think that they have that much of a chance, but I don't want to give them that chance. I also don't want to go in and slaughter every last one of them either, because that's not my way, and I don't think, even if it was, we would have enough people to do that.
I think maybe that is a bit more work than your shoulders are broad enough to wear.
Yes, but we still have to cross in, and they still know. And there were orcs that escaped. They probably know, they're probably going to know who we are pretty quick.
The place I've seen, I know is safe. Maybe you want to follow as well.
Well, do you know exactly where it's going to be?
Not exactly, but I have the road signs along the way, if you want to call it like that.
Well, it would take us away from this this operation, and then we can continue our journey from there.
It would be good.
Yeah. We might not. We might have to take shelter before the that one. What was that called? The time of the year when all this stuff happens.
Before the nameless days.
Yeah,
the
the
days
nameless.
of the nameless.
Yeah.
I hope maybe we are able to at least build a simple shrine before that. Maybe that will help, but I think from what I saw, there are already servants of the gods there that will protect us.
Actually, it might be better if we all went with you. I'm not sure everyone would want to, but at the same time, even if it was just temporary, if we go north,
It seems like the Sweltians want just to have a judgment by Priors and Boron.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm following a dream, so who am I to judge?
True, and we're making a map, so in one of the most dangerous places in the world.
Well, it's wooden.
True. That's usually where the white space is.
And I believe, from what I heard, Ratteral Sanin did not know anything about the coast that he was cartographing in the beginning.
True. Well, it is good to travel in numbers, and going north will take us out of the way. We'll make our path at least less predictable. So we'll see how many want to travel with us north. We can't make them do anything, but at the same time, it would just we can argue for their safety.
I will try to convince as many of them to follow as I can, but I don't think everyone will.
No, not everyone will, true, but if it comes to it, we'll send someone along with them where they want to go. I'm going to go ahead and go around and help her try and convince people to stay together and go north. I'm going to be the more rational, less terrain-oriented side of this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. What would that take? Would that just be fast talk, or?
I think. Well, fast talk. I think you can't fast talk someone into a long-term decision.
True.
Oh, I will have to think about that.
Yeah, but that's a quite big task to do, and it's quite an eventful in our campaign. So.
Yeah. Well, I am the face man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all the while I'm still practical, trying to sort the stuff, all the equipment, and trying to see who can bring what, and trying to make sure that we bring the most out of this camp when we'll leave, because we required a lot. And
not hearing something for a few seconds.
Yeah, some beeping, but
yeah, it's your headphone. But yeah, because I'm thinking, Gruff is thinking, we're quite a lot. It was easy to hunt for our little group, but hunting won't be easy because we're a big group right now. It will scare off the animals, and I'm searching for. I'm trying to talk with the slave, trying to see if there are some hunters available, just to see what we have in hand for that.
You will find that among the Sveltians there are quite a lot that seem to have lived in the wilds before they came here.
Okay.
Most of them were captured before they reached adulthood, but they do have some experience.
Okay. Okay. Well. Okay.
And obviously they have not set foot in a forest for years. Most of them.
Okay. Because we'll have to set up a plan. I don't know how many people will follow us in the north. But we have to think about having enough stuff to eat for everyone. Yeah, and I'm quite, for me it's quite a challenge. I'm thinking about that, and I say, oh my, how will we do it? How will we have enough to eat? And I'll try to gather or try to pass the word. Gather those people who say that they can hunt, and we'll try to sit with them and try to brief them on the problem. Say, I think we'll have to think about a way to hunt and have enough stuff for everyone. So at every place we will go, I will try to track the place and make hunting grounds, good hunting grounds for. I try to split the hunting grounds between you and have a different tactics. Yeah.
you try to set up parceling system.
Yeah, yeah. Try to set up that, but I'm not, that good at thinking about
Yeah.
that. But we have no choice.
Yeah, you are the most experienced hunter, so.
Yeah, I know. But hunting for my own self is another thing
Yeah.
than hunting for I don't know how many people. But suddenly Gruff realized that, and oh,
I'd also suggest we completely raid all of the corn in that field, since we can't really, since we're going to move on. I mean, I know it's a field, but we also, this is apparently a lot bigger than just this little camp, so
yeah.
we're going to have to move.
Well, we can raid the field, yeah, and take the most that we can from there.
Yeah.
I also wanted to do just that because even though we will find safety where I want to go, I know we need to bring our own seed.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That may help with part of the problem. Okay. Feels safer, a little more safer now.
Okay. I think this is a good place to make a cut for today.
Well, I'd say that unless there's something very special going in the camp, we can fast forward the point where we can go the next time, because it's just managing going with those people.
Yeah. No, this today was just basically to give you an overview of what the options are and to have some role play opportunity.
That was perfect.
Are we still doing it every other week?
For now, I think so.
Okay.
Might be. Well, could you turn off the live?
Yeah. So okay. So it will be next time.